Oops. Hi, Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Oops. So welcome to the broadcast. Yeah. There's a box below below the video showing some links to my website and showing what times I do these streams, which is Thursday and Sunday. And to ask questions during the stream, friend me on Skype and then send questions or call in through Skype. And my Skype is my name, Rebekah Maroon. So just Skype me on there rather than through the live chat. Hi, Nisargadatta Maharaj. Hi. Nice to finally meet you. Yeah. Yeah. what I'm pointing to, something beyond the character, something beyond that appearance that's claiming to be someone. There's something else beyond that movement, beyond that appearance, beyond the character and its particular conditioning or its preferences and its story. There's something else beyond that. And that's something else beyond that. That is the peace that's been longed for and looked for. But what seems to happen in humans, there's a looking for that peace, for that home, for that love, in the appearances. In that flow. Whatever it might be looking for, or whatever it's looking in, whether it be in partners or in career or in whatever it is, or in spirituality, and it in the flow, in the movement, in that journey, in that timeline. But what's been looked for is not in that timeline or in that flow or in the movement of appearances. So it can't be found. It can't be found by that one looking. It's like a picture of a stream comes to mind, the stream flowing. So there are all these things in the stream. There are stones, crisp packets, whatever. There's things in the stream. So you're trying to find the ground. We're looking for it in the stream, in the river, in the flow, in the movement, in the forms that are appearing. But that's always moving and changing. You won't find that peace, that stable ground, that freedom in that moving, changing river or stream. It's impossible to. It's moving, it's changing, it's temporary. And so then in these spiritual meetings or non-duality, you hear that what you're looking for, and it's the grass. It's not in that river, in that stream. But that seeker only knows stream. It can't know the ground or the grass. It is stream, it is river. But that seeker is appearing in the ground. The stream's not separate from the ground. But that stream's locked to being a stream. It's locked to being the flow. It can't be anything other than the flow. Flow as movement. So this isn't being spoken then to that stream. Because it can't find it. It can't. As that movement. But the ground is. It just is. It doesn't need that stream to see it. And what seems to happen is something was in that stream. The energy was focused in that stream. And this is a pointing back to the ground that holds that stream. Stream appears in that ground. There was just a dream happening that you were the stream. You were that person. You were that character having an experience. That character's appearing in the ground or in you, in that nothing. Mean to be isn't true. So what happens is the stream hears this message and starts to try to become the ground. Save like ground. But it can't. It's stream. It's meant to be stream. It can't be ground. Already just is ground. It already is. So that love the string's been looking for. That love, it is. It's not found in that stream. It is the essence. It's the essence of everything. Love. It's just that river, that stream, that story of you being stream seems to cover it up. That seeker for the ground, that seeker for love seems to cover it up. Because it feels as if it's a real separate stream. It's separate from the ground. It's lost its home. It's lost that peace, that freedom. So it's desperately seeking it. This is it. It never left. It can't leave. It can't not be ground. Without ground, there couldn't be stream. It's just the stream stories covering it up, seemingly covering it up. It's drum, it's a racket in the street, covering up that which can't be covered. So this is a coming home. Not for the stream, but it's a coming home. It's the end of that identification with the stream. It's the end of that. Not the end of the character, the end of the identification, the energy that's attaching to that character that appears. Because that appearance of a person isn't the experiencer, it's an appearance appearing, claiming to be the experiencer, claiming to be the controller and the knower and the seer and the sitter. Who is sitting on a chair. It's a questioning of that one that's saying me, I am. That thought saying me, that sense saying me. Is that true? Is that true? What always is? Is that thought always there? Is it always appearing? This is a total love affair. It's a love affair, not with anyone or with anything. With love. And then the character appears, the human conditioning appears, humanness appears, interacting, doing whatever. So in one way, it's no different in terms of the appearances. It's no different, and yet completely different. With this, in love with this. I'm just in love with this. What a do you say? Why? Okay, so you can ask questions now. Or we sit in silence instead. I really don't mind. I'm a natural at silence, so I'm really okay with silence. He finds difficult is more the I have a hair in my eye. The human interaction. And that actually will it has improved a bit more and more, I'm sure, but it's not something that that I used to feel that I didn't like humans. But it isn't that. I actually love humans now. I think humans are lovely. We're just so lovely. I used to actually not like them. I actually do have love for humans now. Really a social person that much. Obviously, I am. I'm human, but I'm not so much into just all the small talk and all the stuff. But you know, it's part of it. And now I have kids. I'm forced to go to all these play and get involved with parents, and so I'm having to leave my cave and interact. But actually, I think it's not to be like in an ashram or something, or off somewhere, to be fully in it, in the thick of it. Flavor, I think. Yeah. Where in an ashram it's easier, I think, to be all, I'm somehow spiritual and peaceful all the time, and no stress, no anxiety, nothing. I'm just really at peace with everything and everyone. And then you have to really see the humanness of the human, and all the conditioning and all the trauma, and you can't escape anything. There's a lot of beauty in that. A lot of beauty in it. totally not. You have the idea of like somebody, a speaker or something, as being this really loving and peaceful, calm person. I'm so not. I find it quite funny. I often laugh about it. So it's very like very blunt, very honest, very very. But I find it really funny. It's really funny. Not being holy is quite funny. Just being like normal, and I quite like it. No, you have to ask questions through Skype. I prefer you doing it through Skype. I don't know you on Skype. I mean, you could do it there this time, but I'd prefer you to friend me on Skype. But for now, by all means, just write it on there. So this is my hair. Here's my grey. Look at that. I like it though. Quite like it. Bits here aren't too grey. There's a few grey bits here. But this is okay. I don't mind that bit. But yeah. Slowly growing a little bit. It's a bit thicker. I want a really thick, like a thick mass of hair. It may never happen. Somebody asked me, you know, would I recommend having children? And when I told my friend, she's like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "No," like no. My first instinct is like, "No." It happens. You can't really control that. But I'm just saying, like, if you ask me, I would say, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!" But yeah, it's such a. I've never known anything that's so incredibly hard. It's just so difficult. I've never known anything to be. You really are forced to surrender. You really are. It's a loss of your life. It really is a hard thing. And it's just so intense. And then the beauty of it, I've never known something so beautiful. So it's like polar opposites together. So I would say still no, but the beauty of it as well is just beyond to see the character developing. It's just so funny. She's so funny. I really love her humor. And Josh is they're just lovely. It's just lovely. So wonderful. And I learned so much from them. They're just amazing. But I'm still saying no. Don't do it. Funny how you have in spiritual circles this idea of I'm going to have kids, I'm going to be a spiritual mother and be all loving and patient, and all these ideas we have about being this perfect mother and not do what our parents did to us. But it's just going to happen because that's the pattern, that's the conditioning. Maybe you can improve it slightly, but mums so stressed out trying to avoid their kid being traumatized, and you just can't. You really can't not do that. They're going to be traumatized. They're going to have conditioning. like to that weight of trying to not do that. It's just, I see mums so stressed out about it. Here, there's no idea at all traumatized or conditioned. It's just so accepted. I don't have any desire to prevent that. I mean, I do to an extent. You do try and what you had as a child, you do try and do that. Naturally, you're going to try and do that. But there's just not any feeling that I could ever, where they're completely unharmed or untraumatized. You just can't do that. It's part of the, it's just how it happens. You pass on through genetics or behaviors and patterns. You just can't. You just can't. Oh, she doesn't have. Okay, you don't have Skype. Question, Claudia, in videos previously, so I don't really want to address the whole me collapsing thing. It happened. I've addressed that previously. I don't really want to videos. Yeah, I just don't really have any answer for that, really. Like, both of my children have speech problems, and I was just so gutted to see, oh my god, my kids are stammering. But it forced me to accept that in me and to love that and accept that. And I think children do force you to, because they're an extension of you. They're just a reflection of you. Like everybody is, really. Everything is a reflection of you. So it's just yeah. But they are really lovely. They are So no questions. No questions today. Hi, Gerard. Gerard. Content hot. Oh, cold now. That was a bit quick. I think it was just. What's that hole? No. not to see others as people. You know, I mean, it's difficult to see that nobody is here. Can you clarify a bit? You still see people as people, see others as people. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not a personal thing that you can see that there's nobody here. It's not a personal. It doesn't belong in that personal reality of you seeing it, of this being something for you to see and to know, and then you will see others as nobody. It's not about. It's not at all talking to that one in that reality of separation. Learn this. You can't learn to see nobody. It's more of a collapsing or an emptying out of that, and then the nobody it's not in that personal reality, so you can't see nobody is here. This isn't about you. So I can't really clarify it in a way for you to understand, because you can't understand this. I can't make it clear for you to get and go, oh, okay, I get it now. You can't. So when that person is wrong, or it's the person's there and it's playing as if it's the experiencer, and all it can see is it. It's all about me, all about it. Wants to understand it and see it and know it, and but this is beyond that whole reality of you. That reality of you is an appearance appearing. But you're free to friend me on Skype, and if you want to speak more. You're welcome. Okay. Oh. Should I answer that or not? I was going to say I'm going to leave it there because I'm falling asleep. But... He's watching me on TV. Hi. So, right, I'm gonna leave it there. So, thanks for joining, and I'm back on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So I'll see you then.